is October 18th, a Tuesday in year 2022. What I'm about to cover is my plan. I don't know what my plan is, but at the end of this video, I will know my plan, or I will be well on my way. So at the beginning, this is the beginning right here. So this is the beginning right here. Okay. Now, what things do I need to do in order to enter a trade? Setup. I have to know what the setup is. Once I know what the setup is, then I can enter. It's that simple. Okay. Um, then, what am I looking for? Once I am in, what am I looking for? So if I don't see this, I'll just keep waiting. So I'll put a little shape in there. So essentially, if I don't see a setup, I'll just return. But if I do, then I will go to the setup. Okay? It's that simple. So see a setup. Okay? Don't see a setup. That's how it works. Now, once I enter a setup, then I make a buy. The direction is known because of the setup. All right? So I buy, the direction is known because of the setup. Now I have to determine, the next thing I need to do is, what is my stop loss? And it could be even worse. So I have to have a stop loss. I have to have a stop loss. Okay? The second part is limit. what am I willing to take in profit? All right. So what am I willing to take in profit? Now this gets complicated because of the stock and how the day moves. It also has something to do with entrance as well. Now this is also complicated as well. This is called trade management. This area now is entering into a domain called trade management. This is called trade management area. Stop loss and stop limit. This is so simple, right? This is so simple right here. And once I exit from here or hold, I suppose what I can do is hold and evaluate. Okay, that's essentially cycling through to wait for a certain period. Would there be a time period? Like 30 minutes? Maybe there's a 30-minute, then I can just exit. So what I need to work on, is the things that I need to work on to enhance is the setup. Define all the setups and the magnitude of the direction. Once I achieve that, then that'll help me understand where the stop loss will be and where the stop limit will be. And then it'll also tell me how long I should hold and how long I should evaluate. So this trading is this simple. This is how simple it is. Okay, the stop loss. The stop loss is essentially saying, okay, what am I willing to lose if my thesis is incorrect? And then, what am I willing to accept as a win? See, the interesting thing is that a trade might not necessarily stop limit, and it may still be in the hold and evaluate stage somewhere in between. So I may have to exit at a certain time period. If the trade doesn't prevail within a certain period, certain amount of time, I need to exit. I should if I have set up things correctly, I should immediately see the results. See, these are things here. If I set up everything correctly and the way things move, I should see an immediate result. If not, I need to exit. This is something that this is one step that I need to be careful. I need to consider. And then once that is done, and this is the end right there. That's the end of my trade. Essentially, this is how simple trading is. So essentially, that's how it is. This is essentially the this is essentially how trading works. That's it. That's essentially it. And all the time, see, this is this is how simple trading is. That's how simple trading is. Graphically speaking, this is what it is. This is it. That's it. That's how simple it is. Okay? That's how simple it's supposed to be. Okay, so in the beginning, all I'm doing is just like waiting and waiting and waiting and look for a setup. And then as soon as I see the setup, then I buy. And I buy, and I know what my stop loss is. I know what my stop limit is. And then I holding pattern. So what is it? Is it going to be 30 minutes or 10 minutes, 5 minutes? If the results are immediate, I can just take it and exit because I'm essentially what I'm my primary objective, my primary objective is to make, so my primary objective, the objective of this exercise is to, objective. What is my objective? Make 2R, 2 to 3R, and exit. And lose 1R and exit. Hopefully, make money and exit. This is the plan. This is the plan that I have. Okay, this is the plan that I have, and I'm going to make this. I'm going to practice using this routine. I'm going to use this routine for the time being, as well as I start to. This is a very very complex subject matter right here. The setup. This setup is a very very complex because there's a, incredible amount of variables that are involved in entering this setup and trying to figure out what the just to put it simply, the setups can be in a like a intraday of scalping, truly scalping, like maybe we're talking about maybe 5 minute trades, right? If I'm looking at a 1 minute candle, I'm looking at 5 candles and making a trade based on those 5 candles. Or I could be looking for a little bit longer periods, like maybe a couple hours. So I could enter and I can allow it to swing to whatever position that it wants to within a certain period. And then, so there could be a different setups as well for candlestick patterns are essentially repeats itself, whether it's a small time frame or a higher time frame. The characteristics are the same. The interesting thing is, the interesting thing is, yeah, that's the interesting part about the time frames because it it can be seen on different time frames, the same amount of same types of information. So what is the most critical thing there? So the critical part is um, essentially the setups, stop loss, determining the stop loss, and then determining stop limit, and also how long do I hold and evaluate. So how long do I hold for that, right? So essentially, in a I mean, it is this. It is. I'm just looking at it. This is it right there. This is it. I'm just pointing with my fingers here. This is it. This is a routine that I use to make trades, and all I have to do is define what that setup is. Buying is automatic. I can do that. Stop loss, whatever the stop loss is, whatever the stop limit is, and how long do I want to hold on to see how long certain things take. And when I do this, uh, I have to really commit to the fact that uh, I'm going to forego whatever it is, and um, and essentially say that, okay, you know, there is a possibility that it's gonna right after I sell, it's gonna fly back up. It's possible, right? That's why the market is keeping me held. That's why the market is holding me. It's like a hostage. It's holding me in a holding pattern, waiting for certain things to occur. And it's like a frog that's being boiled using cold water. And then the temperature is slowly turned up until it's too late. That is essentially how um, I lose a lot of money. That's how I lose a lot of money. So if I can avoid that, okay, so this is what I will use for the foreseeable future.